Guys, this is God's Will, and today I'm reviewing Halloween 4, 5, and 6, or you can just call it the Thorn trilogy. I would say, without a doubt, Halloween 4 is the best one out of all three of these films. Yet, you slowly, you did Halloween 4, like, it's a decent movie, it's not as good as Halloween 2, but for coming. I mean, they had to have Michael's return because everyone didn't like the whole anthology route they were trying to go with Halloween 3, so they have Michael Myers return in Halloween 4, and for what they had, it was a decent film. Like, there's some flaws, like the mask. It looks like a cheap Party City mask, but you know the eyes they're dark, so the black eyes, what Dr. Loomis said. So, and but so basically, this movie is like, so it starts out with them talking about how they go down to the mental hospital. I don't know, like, so they have Michael in you know in the bed. You don't see his face. He's covered up, and when they show his hand, it looks like what it would look like if he got burned. So you gotta give movie credit for that. And then they put him in the ambulance. I would say in the ambulance, and they're gonna go transfer him. And then he obviously escapes the ambulance crash. There's a reference to that in the new one. And so pretty much then Michael finds out that Laurie. So in this series, Laurie's dead. She died in a car crash, and Jamie is now with the Lloyds. But I don't. But anyways, so basically, yep, she's living the Lloyds, and this movie, it basically, so you're like, she got made fun of for being the niece of a well-known serial killer in Haddonfield, and she got teased. I mean, you get to see in the movie, like, they call her names, like for real, like it really goes a route of someone, like, they tried to get her not to go trick-or-treating, but I like how Danielle Harris, I gotta give her credit. I mean, even when the series is at a lower points, her and Dr. Loomis, I mean, I love them in this film. They really, it seems like they were trying to their best as they could with what they were given. And so, right now, Daniel Harris, we all love you. We love you in all the Halloween films you were in. And, yeah. So, yeah, and so basically, she says, rub it. She's gonna say, "Oh, I'm going trick or treating. I don't care about what the other kids think." And I like that. I like that attitude. It's a very good attitude to go. So then, of course, like, Michael kills the mechanic, jumps to, of course, reference the new movie to that, and yeah, he gets the jumpsuit, and later in the film, not late in the film, but kind of early point in the film, and they're at the Halloween shop, I guess. Let's just call it the Halloween shop, and they're gonna get a costume for Jamie, and she was like showing off a costume that looks somewhat similar to one that Michael Myers used, and she uses that one. And there's a plot twist I won't reveal until the end, to way late in the review. It's good towards series end. Then she bumps into Michael, who grabs a mask. He puts it on, and it scares Jamie, and Michael's gone. Uh, I guess Jamie was too scared to see him go away, but then Brady, Rachel's girlfriend. Oh yeah, Rachel, the step sister. I'm this yeah stepsister of Jamie, and but she comes in, and Brady, her boyfriend, comes in with her, and they're checking on her, and some other girl cheat that Brady cheats on comes in too, and yeah. So then you got Dr. Loomis, and oh my god, holy shit! So there is this scene. He already has the mask and jumpsuit. Wait, this happens before the Halloween shop scene, and Dr. Loomis, he's like, Michael, if you want another victim, take me. I like that, and he says he's saying it. He's trying to protect the town that probably well known Barry hates him, and for him to like say, "Oh, I'm gonna take, you can take me." The fact that he'll go out like the badass motherfucker he is, he's still, if he's gonna die protecting Haddonfield from Michael, and I like that. I like how Loomis does, and he realizes he can't change what he wants, so and then Michael escapes. He's going to Haddonfield, and then Loomis meets up gets he has to hitchhike some old guy. I mean, it's a good scene. Like the guy and Loomis pretty much are hunting the same thing. The guy tells Loomis. I like how Loomis is listening instead of just doing all the talking and knowing everything. I like that. Like it's a good change of pace, and all in all, a good scene. The guy is trying to hunt evil. Loomis is trying to hunt evil. Very well, a good scene, and it's awesome. So now let's get later in the night, and yeah, of course the so Loomis is trying to look for Sheriff Brackett, but yeah, he retired. He retired years ago, and there's a new sheriff. I forgot his name, but then of course, so now we're going to go to night, and then Brady is cheating on Rachel and stuff, and he probably would have never died if he didn't cheat on Rachel. I mean, so then they're trick or treating. Jamie and Rachel are trick or treating while the parents are out, and they go over to Rachel's house. Not Rachel's house. I mean Brady's house. I'm saying that's Brady's house, and then the girl that she cheater the girl that was with Brady, and she says hi to Rachel, and she noticed that Brady was there, and she knew exactly what happened. And then and Brady knows that she's mad now, and now Brady's trying to go over there and like talk to her. So then they have to all chill in the house because the police and Michael, he's a force. Like there's many kills you don't even get to see. You just see the aftermath. So the sheriff and Michael are I'm not Michael. I mean Sheriff and Loomis. I'm sorry, and they're in the police station. You find out that Michael was there and he killed all the officers. And oh my, just like they didn't show it. Like I mean, it would have made a good scene, but you didn't have to show it. And of course, oh yeah, Michael kills the power guy. Like the guy who was like he cut all power out in Haddonfield. So yeah. So and then Michael kills a dog. I think it was there was a dog that it was Rachel. It was their families, and yeah. So then of course the suspense. This is where the movie goes right. The suspense is real. Oh, and this is so. Then as the suspense builds up, the sheriff it gets killed by Michael, and Michael's his the rocking chair. That the cheater girl, she comes down and checks on him, and then, I mean, this kill seems unlikely, but I like how Michael does it. It's a reference to the first movie where he chugs the gun, the shotgun. I'm just gonna call it shotgun, and puts her against the door, and she dies. That was like it was like it was cool. It was like a Mortal Kombat finish her slutality. All right, but anyways, so then the suspense, like before Michael comes and kills, it was good. Like these are all very different characters, and I like the way they went, and it it was pretty good. And so pretty much then, of course, Michael kills Brady. This is where I have flaws with Brady. Like, why don't you just load the gun while running up there with him? You can run and load the gun. You're not gonna. It's possible, but anyway, he tries to fight Michael, but then it doesn't work. He gets choked. He gets his face squashed, and then of course Rachel and Jamie are running away from Michael, of course, and they're about to fall off the roof. Rachel falls off the roof and she's knocked out. Don't worry, she's not dead, of course. She's just knocked out. She didn't wake up when Jamie was trying to tell her. She was still knocked out. And then Michael comes around the corner and she knows it's Michael. She runs away, and then of course she runs into Loomis, and they go into the school and they're walking around, and then what do you know? Ben Trainer shows up. That's for getting me killed, bitch. It was Michael, but I don't get. This is where the flaw. I mean, it was. You may think it was Ben Trainer, but why did they have the mask that Ben Trainer wore? I mean, what? I don't get that. I mean, they were like really tired and stuff while filming that. I mean, how could you not notice that? What the heck? How did Michael, whoever played Michael, notice it? How did no one notice? I don't get it. But anyways, then of course Michael escapes, and then Jamie and Loomis are out. Then Rachel comes out. Not Loomis is okay, but Rachel comes out again. She blinds Michael, but Michael gets away. She gets JB and takes her out, and that's where all the bunch of crazy redneck guys with the guns. And yeah, so then they're driving the truck, and then of course Michael comes up, kills the one from behind, and then kills the driver. And then Rachel, she alongside Daniel Harris, she did good in this movie. Now I gotta give her credit too. So yeah, then of course she takes the driver out, and then she stops, makes Michael go over there. Michael stands up and she runs right into Michael. Like, holy shit, she for real. Like, I like how she I mean, yeah, she did good. And then more of the guys come out. The sheriff shows up, and they're all shooting the shit out of Michael. Wait, Jamie touches his hand before they start shooting him, and then he gets up to kill Jamie. And then they all start shooting him, and they fall down a mine shaft, and apparently, and then then that's why Michael dies. So then you go to a POV shot, and you don't know who it is. You see the mask coming, and you're thinking, oh, wait, it's a clown mask. It's very similar to the first scene of the first movie. And then Jamie's, I would say stepmother gets attacked, I guess. I mean, she screams, and then Loomis, the sheriff, and Rachel look up the stairs. It's freaking Jamie with scissors, blood all over, and then Loomis is like, no, perfect acting by Loomis. Oh my god. He tries to shoot Jamie, but then the sheriff stops him. I mean, it wouldn't really kill her. So that really signifies what John Carpenter's trying to mean. You can't kill evil. It can only get transferred, but it won't really die. I like this route. Jamie was going to be a new killer in the new movie, which Daniel Harris, she was down to be the killer in the next movie. But of course, that was a perfect ending. And now we're going to go on to Halloween 5. And okay, so now we're on to Halloween 5. And this movie, it's not as bad as Halloween 6, but obviously worse than Halloween 4. So here's what I got problems with this film. Why would you kill Rachel 25 minutes in? Why you kill one main character just so you can focus on Tina, who's the most annoying character ever in horror. Michael, you kind of root for Michael in the end, and then you got sorry about that notification, but then you're kind of ruined for Michael. I don't want that. I like how in Halloween 4 you weren't rooting for Michael. You're not supposed to root for the serial killer. That's what movie think. You can't root for the serial killer. You're supposed to root for the people who are trying to survive. So then, of course, and they make Rachel turn into a dumb person. I mean, Michael's like behind her, and it's just all stupid. And of course, okay, so So when the movie starts off where Halloween 4 ended, okay, I gotta give the movie some credit on that. I like how it's like Halloween 2 where it ends right after it. The reenactment's pretty decent, and then of course this time they throw in dynamite, and of course, yeah. And then you get to see as they throw in the dynamite, Michael's crawling away into a river. We'll just call it a river. And Michael, he's like, okay, so. And then, of course, he goes into a hermit's house, and then he tries to kill him, and then he passes out. What the fuck? Dang, Michael, you're aging fast. It's like, I've fallen, I can't get up. And 1 year later, you see Jamie is in a mental hospital, and what? What? This is where I thought, oh my, why? I thought they were gonna show the ending of Halloween 4 where Jamie kills his stepmother. I mean, it does show it, but it's in a nightmare. And then, of course, Michael wakes up. He grabs his mask, and I don't know why the hermit doesn't call the police. Like, even if you don't know who the guy is, he tried to choke you. I mean, why would you try and call the police? You just left him there, took off his mask. He took on his mask, and what the hell is that mask? I mean, Halloween. It makes Halloween 4 seem like the best mask ever. He looks like a farmer. What the heck did they do? That's not the mask of Halloween 4 at all. I'll tell you, in this poster, the mask looks nothing like it in the movie. Nothing. At least with Halloween 4, it kind of looked like it. But nah. It's kind of clickbait with the mask. So then he kills the hermit, of course. And then Jamie's having a freak out. And then this is where Loomis comes in. And they were gonna cut over their neck, and nah, she like Loomis is like, no, she'll stabilize and shit. And Loomis, he's bad in this film. I mean, he's not the Loomis that we knew. He's a different Loomis from Halloween 4. I mean, yeah, he wants to kill Michael. Of course, you gotta have that Loomis. If you change the fact, you can't just change how. Like, I'm not saying he changed completely, but. And the way he act, but Donald Pleasence, he put his effort into it. Like, I'm not throwing a shot at Donald Pleasence. I'm throwing a shot at the director of making Donald Pleasence be like this in the movie. Like, he's yelling at Jamie, saying, "Where is he? Where is he? Are you trying to protect him?" Like, he's literally scaring her. Even the doctors in the hospital with her are saying, "No, stop! You're scaring her." And then he uses her as bait for Michael. Oh my god, that's not Loomis. He even said he would go out for him. Shouldn't he use himself as bait? Oh my god. And they make him look stupid. I mean, in the house they say, "Oh, give me your knife, Michael." And then he tries to calm down, but then he gets his chest slashed, I think, and he gets thrown out. But he doesn't die there. And so very much this movie he kills Rachel, and you have to deal with Tina. Oh, not just Tina. No, not Tina. You get 2 annoying girls. Oh my god, holy crap, I'm definitely gonna survive this movie. So then midway through the movie, I mean, Michael kills one of them, and then you're like, yay, Michael, good job. But there's a scene that Michael can't. He can. Okay, you can't. I thought that it couldn't get this far, but he let Tina kiss him on the cheek. It wasn't like a lip to lip, but I can't. I mean, even Michael, he takes off his mask to wear the mask that, of course, Tina has a boyfriend, which Michael kills, and then, yeah. The cops surround Tina at the store. Michael drives away, and, yeah. Yeah, it's a way big mess in the movie, and of course you got the thorn symbol. I mean, there wasn't really mention of thorn in the fourth movie, but then he moves his hand, see the thorn symbol, and you got this man in black, and what? They had few scenes in it, like they didn't know who he was. They didn't know how this was gonna go at Halloween 6. They had no idea. They just throw him in there. They just throw shit in there. It was so bad that they had to throw random shit in there that it didn't make sense. So then, of course, Michael tried to kill JB, but he looks so weird. Oh, he looks like so. There's actually a farm in this movie. Ironically, that's where one of the crazy annoying girls dies, and of course her uh lover. I don't think they're boyfriends. Let's just nah. He just kills him, and Michael. She tries to fight back, and then she dies. Of course. I mean, I get, and there's two hilarious cops. There was just such bad comic relief. In the new movie, the comic relief is right, but in this movie, oh my god, is it? It's laughably bad. Like, what the heck are they thinking here? It's all in all just a bad movie to sit through. And if you're trying to do a Halloween watch through, you can watch Halloween 1, Halloween 2. If you want to watch a Michael Myers trilogy, if you don't want to get nauseous and sick, watch Halloween 1, watch Halloween 2, watch Halloween 4, watch Halloween 7, and the new one. And you won't get nauseous or anything. Resurrection had no point. It wasn't like it didn't like it. Michael was just Michael, but they busted rhymes. But we'll get to that movie on Monday, of course, along with H2O. So then basically, it's just a bad movie to sit through. Like, so I give Halloween 4 a 8 out of 10. It's a decent film for what they got. I give this movie Halloween 5 a 5 out of 10. It's just laughably bad. It's Michael is just bad in this movie. Loomis is not Loomis. I mean, yeah, he wants to kill Michael, and then all right, now let me give you the ending. So remember what I said? He uses JB as bait. So wait, before this, JB is running away from Michael in the Myers house, and they go up, and she lays in a casket, and then Michael's about to kill her, and then she's like, "Uncle, Boogeyman," and he stops what he's doing. Okay, I'm not throwing out Michael Myers or JB or Daniel Harris. I'm not throwing them out at all. The director, he made it so bad. Why you don't say something and he stops? People say stuff to him all the time and it doesn't stop him dead. So why does he say Uncle? Okay, so when Laurie said Michael in the second one, he just tilts his head and it continues. He doesn't just stop completely doing it and just let her say something. And then she's like, "Oh, let me see," and he unmasked himself. What? Yes, you heard me right. He unmasked himself to show her his face. So you don't get to see it. And he is crying. No, not JB. Michael Myers. Michael Myers is crying. You're telling me the unstoppable force of all time is crying? Oh my god. This is just so bad. And then JB tries to touch him, and then finally he realized how stupid and shit this is. And when he whips back, wow, for a bird person in a year, he pretty much recovered fast. No, they don't show his face. I like how they have it. I don't think his hands look okay. Like they were so lazy with this movie. He puts on the mask, and of course JB runs into Loomis. Which oh my, what is wrong with you, man? You use him as bait. In Halloween 4, he wanted to sacrifice himself. And this, no, nah. He wasn't gonna he wasn't gonna let Michael kill Jamie, but still, the fact that he had to use her as bait is just bad. Michael's gonna, he wants to kill both of you. It's not like he's just gonna kill her and leave you alone. He doesn't care. He'll kill anybody in his way. So, then, he put the Loomis releases a Scooby-Doo trap, and then, boom, he keeps hitting with the log. and then they both hit him for, and then Michael falls down, and then Loomis falls on the Michael. I guess he has like a heart attack. I fall and I can't get up. I mean, that movie, if that was the ending and they both died there, that was the weakest way to kill Michael Myers. Like, you find out, no, he's not dead. He's in jail. So Michael's alive. Oh, and guess what? You remember that Man in Black I told you about? Oh yeah, he's back, and he frees Michael from the joint, like a Dick Tracy move. Like what? Oh, what the hell? It was so bad. So then Jamie's walking around the jail, and Michael's cell is gone. He's gone. No, every cop is dead. That is the worst ending to a Hollywood movie you could possibly ever have. It was the worst. It's not the worst one of the franchise, but it's the one that started the holy shittery of bullshit. I mean, now when you thought Halloween 5 was bad, just wait until we get to Halloween 6. And oh my, okay, now we're here at Halloween 6, the worst one out of the Thorn trilogy. This one actually talks about it. So guess what? Let me tell you about the characters. Of course, you got Michael, Jamie. She gets killed off in the first slag. Daniel Harris took a big W by not agreeing to it, because she knew that if you kill my character like weirdly in the movie, people are gonna be pissed. At least with Halloween 5, he didn't kill it. He didn't, like, the director didn't kill it. I give him this movie makes Halloween 5 seem like a good movie. And I'm not kidding you. I trashed in that movie for the last 10 minutes, and Halloween 6 just only makes it worse. But I would say Michael, he looks pretty good. Michael, the mask looks pretty good. George P. Wilbur was pretty good. So it starts out, you see a girl. You don't know who it is because it's not Daniel Harris, of course. You won't know it's Jamie. So she is in a cult thing, and then she has a baby, and then it's weird. And the Man in Black, you see the Man in Black, and then they take her baby, and it's just going so fast, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? What the hell? Like, what are we watching here? So basically, then Michael's here, obviously, and then let me give you the weirdest shit that I think they have made. The producer's cut. Guess who the baby of Jamie is? Guess who the father is? Michael Myers. All right. Let me just take a moment to actually barf. All right, I jump cut by barfing. Oh, it was disgusting. But wait, what? Michael Myers is the father? Okay, so basically, the Thorn. Let me explain Thorn. You have to be released of the Thorn. You have to kill all your family. But why did he just do that to begin with? Why? Why would he? Why does he have to make another? Is that adding to his bloodline? Is that making it a little bit more difficult? Of course, Jamie tried to escape, but this is only a producer's cut. If we saw that shit theaters, I guaranteed people would throw it up. The director took a big W and not have us see that in theaters. What were the producers thinking? Holy crap. Like, people would not even want to see another Halloween movie after that. So then, of course, Jamie's escaping and stuff, and Michael, of course, you got the Halloween thing. He's escaping. In the producer's cut, he stabs her. In the producer's cut, he stabs her to death. I mean, she's not dead, but she goes into a phone station before she dies, and she's like, "Oh, Dr. Loomis, can you hear me?" But guess what? Dr. Loomis, he's still alive. Donald Pleasence. Let's take a moment because this is the last movie that Donald Pleasence that I have knowledge of. So, in the description, I'm gonna put it. I'm dedicating this review to Donald Pleasence because, of course, he did awesome. He wasn't. He was he wasn't really trusting of John Carpenter, but he died playing the character that he loved. And so I just want to take a moment to honor Donald Pleasence. And I'm not making it seem too cheesy, but the way they had Loomis, it was bad. It wasn't as bad as Halloween 5, but so basically, Dr. Loomis, he's retired now, but of course, then he hears his radio. He hears Jamie saying, "Oh, Dr. Loomis, are you there? It's Michael Myers. He's here." He hears this, and he knows what it's all about. But wait a minute, where was Loomis in the jail? That wait, where'd he go? When did he when did he make? So Halloween 5 was the. I mean, Halloween 6. They were trying to do their best to explain it. I it was it was still bad though, but of course. And then so now we cut to Danny, who they want to pass the curse on to, the Man in Black. And also, who is Man in Black? You ask. Dr. Wind, the guy who remember the guy that Loomis was arguing with in the first movie? Yeah, he's back. I guarantee none of you guys remember him because he was only in one scene in the first movie. And now he's probably one of the main stars of the film, besides Michael. And the producers cut when they revealed that Michael is Jamie's I mean, the baby that Michael's the father is Michael of the baby, and Michael's just standing there like a dumbass, and he ain't doing shit. Like, what the hell is Michael doing just standing there? And of course, so then you cut to Danny. Of course, Danny. I mean, he wasn't bad. He wasn't too annoying. He was annoying. He was I wouldn't say he was annoying, but he sees the Man in Black in the closet. He yells, "Mommy!" Not really too different in the producer's cut. Just it was a bootleg, and I'm not saying the producer's cut was bad because of the bootleg. I mean that was the way the film was released, and I'm not shooting anyone out, whoever made the film, for that note. But so of course I forgot the mother's name, but guess what? So there's Schroeds, and guess what? Guess where they live? The Myers house. They're the Strodes living in the Myers house. The neighbors, they went. Why were they not told that the one of their family members, Laurie Strode, almost died in that house? And oh yeah, how many five? The Myers house, it looks different, and of course I'm not gonna shit on this movie for having it different because they could not get it right in the first one. So get it right. So I'm not gonna talk about how it's wrong again, but of course, like it's bad. And then they're living in the Myers house. Like what? I don't get it. How is that? How does that happen? How did no police officer tell them that there was murders in this house? How did they tell? How did they not know this? This is, and of course you got the dad who is an asshole who you want to see die. He slaps the mother of Danny, and of course, and then later we cut to Paul Rudd. Oh, who is Paul Rudd? He plays Tommy Doyle in the movie. He he's just as bad as Jimmy Lloyd in the second one. He's stalking Danny's mother, and they somehow fall in love with each other. I guess. What? So of course, like she's changing, and like of course, of course they gotta make him like that because he's traumatized. I mean, of course, and of course they're trying to make him the new Loomis. What? What? Why? Why are you trying to make him the new Loomis? They already have Loomis, so then of course Michael, man. So he's Tommy Doyle. So we all, I guess everyone can remember Tommy Doyle from the first movie, of course. And he Paul Rudd. I mean, for real, he does a decent job with what he's given. So then he goes to the hospital that Jamie was at, and then he sees his trail of blood that no one else noticed for some reason, and he finds Jamie's baby. Remember when Michael couldn't have a baby, and she hid her baby in some cabinet. How would no one not notice? The baby was crying. How could you not hear it? Is everyone at that place deaf? What is wrong with them? I honestly just don't get the nonsense that they're even trying to pull here. And of course, Tommy gets the baby, and then he goes over to Danny's house, the Myers house, I guess, and then the mother comes in and she's like, "What are you doing, my son?" And then Tommy's like, "Oh, you're in danger." And then Danny's like, "Oh, Tommy's my new best friend. He knows a lot about dinosaurs." Yeah, kid, not really helping this case, buddy. But so then, of course, of course you got, Michael. Just he kills people. He kills two other members of the Strodes. I don't know. And then as the mother of Danny looks out, and she's like, she sees it happening, and then she sees Danny walking over to that house. Oh my god! I forgot my sight of my son. Oh my god! And then, of course, she goes over there, and then Michael, he's there, and then Michael Myers, I mean, he gets fooled. Are you telling me he got fooled? He goes down the steps and it gets hit, it goes down the steps. Are you telling me he's gonna tell me he's gonna fall for that? Are you freaking weird? And then as she takes Danny and as she gets Danny too, and then she meets up with Tommy Doyle and Dr. Loomis, and then and and Doctor Wynn, he's like Emperor Palpatine. He's like he plays two characters, and so basically he's like, the daddy goes over to him and he's on his lap, and then Tommy's like, and then they can't, the baby's gone. So basically that was filler. That was not scary. That wasn't even suspense. That was time filler. So your movie could go to length if you wanted to. Are you? That was really stupid. And then, so now, aren't we just wasting time? Because you have to have a movie at least an hour and a half, so you have to make sure you have to have that extra seat in just to make the runtime go right. So then, of course, Doctor Wynn Dr. Wynn knew about the baby, and and then Lupus finds out that he was Man in Black, and he was the one that was leader of Thorn, and it was crazy. It was just a crazy thing in general. Like, I don't, I don't get how they could do that. Like, so then she jumps out the window. Then the Danny's mother jumps out the window as they're all surrounded, and like, oh, they're definitely not gonna get me, even if I knock myself out the window. Like, that's definitely gonna help. So then they drug Loomis and Tommy Doyle, and they don't trap him in a prison in cell. Are you stupid? Now you guys are dumb. Now you're pretty much, you let people that could only ruin your plan. Let them not put him in a cell or jail cell. You only take Danny and his mother. Oh my, these guys. the director of the movie, like, what the heck were you thinking, my guy? So obviously, it was just bad, just very, very bad. So then, of course, they go over there, and it's and they save her. And this is where Tommy Doyle and Michael Myers first meet eyes, and oh my god. So then there's did they get the baby, and then there's a scene where the doctors are getting killed. There's a flashing light effect by Michael. That it could be good as long as it's not flashing lights. I mean, some people have epilepsy, right? If you're just watching a movie, if you're not like if you don't have epilepsy at the sight of blood, you're okay. But if you see this, if you have epilepsy to flashy lights, this is where the movie does wrong, and it's just it goes very very wrong for this, and it was very bad, and of course, okay, in the producer's cut, let me tell you how Jamie dies. The Lady Black just pulls the cord and she dies. And she dies early in the film, and the producer got too. And you're telling me that's how she dies? What? Why? You're telling me one of the biggest characters in Hollywood 4 and 5, you let them die early in the film. Oh my fucking god, you fucking a-hole. You are the... Whew, okay. Okay. Alright, so then they try to go get Daddy, of course, and then Michael is like he's struggling with Daddy's mother, and he throws her down, and he's going for Daddy. Wait, aren't you supposed to pass it on to him, dude? He would be much more used to you in life. He's trying to grab him, but he can't because he's too big to get in there. And then of course you got Tommy Doyle coming out of nowhere with the pipe. They drug Michael. Oh, Michael, man, you going high as a kite, my guy. And then of course, and then you got Tommy Doyle hitting the shit out of Michael. And that's how he dies, or you think. So then he bleeds green out of his eyes. And what? That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in a Halloween movie. But yeah, it happens. So yeah. uh, it was pretty bad. It was laughably bad movie. And then of course, Daddy, the kid, the Jamie's daughter, and then you got Tommy Doyle and Danny all going. But then Loomis, he stays back. He tells him, "Oh, I got unfinished business." And then the producer's got to say, "Wait, but you got an extra scene." So in the theatrical cut, you pan down to Michael's mask with the shot thing that Tommy Doyle used, and you hear Loomis scream in the background. That's the last thing he utters on screen. I mean, Donald Pleasence, he didn't die not too long after filming the whole movie. So they made him go out like that. Whoever you are, you deserve to die a very horrible death. You tore him up so bad that you couldn't bring him back anymore. And of course, in the theatrical cut, Loomis unmasked Michael, and then it's the Man in Black. And wait, what? And then he touches Loomis, and then you got the thorn symbol on Loomis. So wait, what? Wow. So what now? Wait, is Loomis the Man in Black? Is the Man in Black Michael? And is Michael the Man in Black? Like, wait, what? This makes any. How does that make any sense? It blows my mind. Like, what were they thinking? The movie, none of the cuts are better than the other. They're just as bad as the other. And though that's the Thorn trilogy, and my god, it was just a bad series. And now, thank God, we're gonna start off on Monday with a decent film. It starts getting decent again. We're gonna do Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection on Monday, and the Rob Zombie films on Wednesday, Halloween, and yeah, that will pretty much conclude the Halloween reviews. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace, peace.